dogs.
The world's most expensive dog breeds. There's one truth in this world that's simply undeniable. A dog is man's best friend. We love those furry critters, yes we do! They're fuzzy, adorable, loyal, and everything we would love to have in a good pet. Though a good friendship is priceless, some canine companions will cost you a pretty penny. Get ready for 8 dog breeds that will take a bite out of your savings. Number 8 is the Akita, a breed of dog that hails from the mountainous regions of Japan. Often mistaken with the Shiba Inu, Akitas are a category of their own, being larger and furrier than their counterparts. Over the years, Akitas have been bred into 2 variations, American and Japanese. The Japanese purebred species is the more expensive one, with prices floating around $4,000 or so. Akitas are known to be rather reserved and cautious around strangers, but they're highly affectionate with family members. They're also quite majestic. Just make sure you have a good supply of treats and you'll win over your own Akita in no time. Number 7 is this dog with a hairstyle. The Chinese crested hairless is a small breed of dog whose pattern of fur makes it look like the canine brethren of Fabio. These dogs are playful, friendly, and perfectly content to sit at home and chill. Perfect for a family. Your kids would have a great time going on imaginary adventures with a dog that has the hairstyle of a fantasy wizard. However, these adventurous and relaxing nights at home will cost you up to $5,000, and that's not including all the expensive trips to the hair salon this dog will require. Number 6 is the Tibetan Mastiff, a titanic breed of dog that you might actually mistake for a bear. Their massive stature is made more impressive by their large mane-like coat. These dogs are built to withstand the harsh climate of the Tibetan mountainside, and they're known to have personalities as resilient as they are. Tibetan Mastiffs are intelligent but very stubborn. They're known to be rather resistant to obedience training. However, that doesn't stop people from loving this big furball. And by big, we mean they can grow up to be 289 pounds. The price of a Tibetan Mastiff averages around $5,000 US. And if you think that's something, this bright red Tibetan Mastiff sold for $1.6 million in China. That's a lot of bones. In today's age of high-powered snowmobiles that possess the strength of multiple horses, it's easy to forget that humans once used the power of dogs to get around on the snow. Unfortunately, innovation has left the Canadian Eskimo dog behind. This cold-resistant breed of dog was widely used in Canada by the Inuit people to get around the icy terrain. As people turned more to technology and less to pooches for transportation, the Canadian Eskimo dog population declined. Add on an infectious disease that spread through the population, and today, there's only about 1,000 Canadian Eskimo dogs left in the entire world. Aww, it's sad. Because of how rare these dogs are, their prices start at around $6,000, and that's considered a bargain. German Shepherds are one of the most popular dogs in the world for work and for home. They're a fiercely intelligent breed that can learn commands at a breakneck pace. Their noses are among the most sensitive, making them the perfect sniffer dog, so be careful where you had that sandwich. German Shepherds are also known to be fiercely loyal and very protective, so they're a perfectly good dog to have around the house. With such an impressive resume, German Shepherds are most commonly employed by police forces worldwide. Because they're so highly sought after, German Shepherds average around $6,500. One breeder in Germany charges as much as $24,000 for their puppies. Woo, for that price, Fido better be making his own paycheck. Number 3 is straight from the icy deserts of Siberia, the Samoyed. These pooches were originally bred for sled pulling, hunting, and herding to help their human friends survive the harsh winters of eastern Russia. You'd think living in a harsh winter climate would make a doggy tough and aggressive, but Samoyeds are known to be very friendly, and thus a poor choice for a guard dog. Well, we suppose it is a personality fitting for a dog that looks like a big puffy marshmallow, yeah? And you won't be going, "Aww," for long when you realize these dogs can fetch up to $6,500. Rottweilers are one of the oldest dog breeds to exist, with a history going back as far as the Roman Empire. Rottweilers are immensely helpful dogs, often being employed for search and rescue, police work, and even guiding the handicapped. Rottweilers are bred for competition. No, not that kind of competition. That's better. Overall, Rottweilers are extremely intelligent and versatile dogs. However, being this coveted doesn't come without its price tag. Rottweilers will cost you up to $7,000. That's enough to send your super smart dog to university for a year. At number 1 is this fluffy, maned furball, the Lauchen, meaning little tiger dog in German. This little pup is one of the rarest breeds in the entire world. While it was widely popular in the 19th century, once people grew sick and tired of looking at their adorable furry little faces, they were tossed aside and nearly driven into extinction. However, the scarcity of the Lauchen merely means it's a pricey pet to have, costing as much as $7,000. You know, for that price, you might be able to get a real lion. All of the dogs we've shown here today certainly can fetch a high price. We hope you've enjoyed our showcase of the most expensive dogs. What kind of dogs have had you shelling out more than a lifetime supply of kibble and money? For all things fuzzy, adorable, and expensive, remember to keep it tuned here. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss another great video. See ya! Who's a clever boy then? This dog proved he's smarter than your average pooch when he broke out of his kennel earlier this week and wandered off into the night. The 10-year-old Great Pyrenees named General was lodging at an animal hospital in Stafford, Virginia, while his owners went to Virginia Beach on vacation. And as you can see from the footage, perhaps he wanted out so he could go join them. At around 4:15 a.m. on Monday, General busted out of his temporary accommodation, then opened at least 4 different doors in his heroic bid for freedom. He'd been staying at the animal hospital for the previous 2 nights, but clearly had had enough. Here we see the 124-pound dog making his way down a hallway, then sniffing around an office area. If General looks familiar with the surroundings, his owner said that's because the clever canine had been visiting the hospital for the past 10 months. Finally, General uses his mouth to open a door that leads him outside to a parking lot. Then off he went into the night. Around 3 hours later, hospital staff discovered General was missing and called his owners. The search for the dog went on for most of Monday. He was eventually found at 9 p.m., around 17 hours after he went missing in action. General was sitting in the garden of a nearby home, happy to be in the great outdoors and out of his cage. The dog's owners cut short their vacation to search for the beloved pet, and they were eventually reunited. So who's a clever boy then? This dog gets an A+. Dogs get excited over a lot of things: treats, toys, other dogs, their own tails. But it's not every day you see one excited to go to school. Doggy School Bus is a daycare service for dogs located in Westland, Oregon. Part of its charm is that a bus comes directly to your house to pick up your furry friends for a day of fun at school. Doggy School Bus was established by experienced dog carer Arta Montoya, who personally provides pickup, drop-off, and overnight services. According to the service, dogs are first carefully introduced to each other, then the group is allowed to run freely for 2 hours before resting at Montoya's own home, then they have more fun. Most importantly, Montoya claims the dogs learn to interact and socialize with each other as a group, which makes them even happier campers. The service's Facebook page has racked up more than 12,000 likes, with pet lovers raving over how great Doggy School Bus is. Seems like the dogs are loving it too, as can clearly be seen in this viral video featuring their enthusiastic A+ student Rudy. After seeing that, who wouldn't want to send their furry kids to this place?
Presenting Labrador. A dog is bringing Mexico some much-needed hope after a catastrophic earthquake hit the country earlier this month. This is Frida, an adorable Mexican Navy rescue dog. Images of her went viral on Twitter after the Mexican Navy tweeted a collage of her. Apparently, over the course of her career as a super dog, she helped save a dozen people. According to the Los Angeles Times, she's been called a hero and a symbol of hope. Just like Superman. No, not the Henry Cavill version. According to reports, Frida is currently helping authorities look for survivors in Mexico City. But her super dog duties don't stop there. When she's not being awesome, Frida's apparently helping train other hero dogs. Now, how cool is that?
Vermont police dog gets a deserved break from sniffing out drugs and corpses. It's nice to see a police dog having some fun, no? Canine or military dogs are, depending on your point of view, noble animals helping to save human lives, or unwitting stooges of the man, who happily sniff out your stash without the foggiest idea they're ruining your day, or maybe life. But even cat supremacists are likely glad we have these loyal pooches to help sniff out bombs and help raid suspected terrorist sites. They even keep soldiers company on skydives. It's just a bummer they're also so good at sniffing out your container load of smuggled cigarettes. And of course, when the cop says, "Sir, we're bringing in a canine unit," you know you're pretty much busted, dude. So we're pleased to see this car wash-loving canine half of this canine unit enjoying some off-duty doggy fun. Canine Officer Max is part of the Vermont State Police, and he's getting a bit of fame for his adorable antics during a squad car wash. But what's your take on canines? Adorable or no, do you think dogs should be used as cops?
Dog accidentally runs half marathon, finishes in 7th place. A minor race held in an Alabama town with a population of just 500 is attracting the attention of the running world after this unofficial participant claimed 7th place. The inaugural Elkmont Half Marathon took place on January 16th to help raise funds for cross-country runners at a local high school. But the 165 finishers faced some unexpected competition when they were joined by a 2.5-year-old bloodhound called Ludivine. Owner April Hamlin said the unleashed dog found her way to the starting line after being allowed out to do her doggy business. Named after a French character in the Russell Crowe movie A Good Year, Ludivine chased down the pack like a Frenchman going after blue cheese. And aside from some unscheduled stops to investigate a dead rabbit and sniff around another dog, Ludivine stuck to the 13.1-mile course. She finished the race in a pretty respectable 1 hour, 32 minutes and 56 seconds, claiming 7th place. Race organizers thought Ludivine deserved a medal for her efforts and said they were delighted with the publicity generated by her run.
Dog swims 6 miles, then walks 12 to reunite with her family. An Illinois family is counting their blessings after their dog went missing in the middle of Lake Michigan, only to turn up safe and sound the next day. Ed and Kristen Cassis sent out a Mayday dog overboard call from their boat on Sunday morning after realizing their son's 10-month-old dog Riley had disappeared. Fortunately, Riley was training to be a search and rescue dog. She's also a Belgian Malinois, a breed known for its intelligence and athleticism. Riley ended up swimming about 6 miles to shore and then walking another 12 miles. Meanwhile, hundreds of people were out looking for her. On Monday morning, Ed and Kristen saw comments on social media that Riley had been going into the Platte River campground. They drove to the campground and found Riley. Ed and Kristen say they owe Riley's safe return to Lynn Fedor. She runs a volunteer group in the area called the Lost Dog Search Team. Lynn and her team posted Riley's information on the group's Facebook page. More than 20,000 people viewed the post. Isn't this wee guy just the cutest? Meet Cheech. This little guy is a rescue dog at the City of Waller Animal Shelter in Texas. Some volunteers at the shelter initially believed this was Cheech snarling and were scared of him. But they soon found out that that's no snarl, that's an old-fashioned doggy smile, and that same smile has gone viral. Apparently, he can smile on command and is described as super sweet. And the good news is he's up for adoption. You can find out more about that in the link below.